In this video, we are going to talk about nature of house lords for Virgo ascendant. That is functional benefics and functional malefics for Virgo Lagna. For Virgo ascendant, the ascendant lord is Mercury. It is also ruling the 10th house. Since Mercury is ruling the first house, which is a trine, it is a benefic. Lord of 10th house, when benefic planet is ruling the 10th house, it ceases to be benefic. But here Mercury is ruling the Lagna Lord, that is a Lagna or the ascendant, so it is a benefic. Venus is ruling the 2nd and 9th house. The Lord of the 9th is the strongest among the trinal houses, and the Lord of 2nd is a neutral. So Venus becomes a most beneficial planet for Virgo Lagna. Lord of 2nd, when it is also ruling a good house like 5th house or 9th house, it can become a benefic. And since the 9th house is the strongest trine, here Venus is fully benefic in comparison to Taurus ascendant, where Mercury is the 2nd and 5th lord. Parashara terms it as less auspicious. That is, Mercury is less auspicious for Taurus, but for Virgo, Venus is fully benefic. So this is an important distinction, because the 5th lord is only 2nd strongest among the trinal houses, and the 9th lord is the strongest trine. So for Virgo, Venus is a more benefic planet than Mercury for Taurus ascendant. Mars is ruling 3rd and 8th house. The Lord of 8th is a neutral, but when it also rules a 3rd house or 7th house or 11th house, it becomes a malefic. So here Mars rules 3rd and 8th house, so it becomes the first rate malefic. Jupiter is ruling 4th house and 7th house. So Jupiter is neutral because it is ruling the 4th house and 7th house, both of which are Kendra houses. When benefic planet is ruling 2 Kendra houses, it becomes a it doesn't act as a benefic. It loses its benefic qualities, but that doesn't mean that it is a malefic. But surprisingly, Parashara terms Jupiter as evil for Virgo ascendant. So the Jupiter is not a good planet. Like for Gemini, Jupiter is evil, and Saturn is ruling 5th and 6th house. Parashara does not term Saturn as benefic or malefic, and this is an interesting case because Saturn is ruling one trinal house and one evil house. The 5th house is the 2nd strongest among the trinal houses, and the 6th house is the 2nd strongest among the evil houses of 3, 6, 11. So comparing both these groups, it seems equal on both the sides, and Saturn here, when it is in the 5th house, will act as a benefic, and when it is in the 6th house, it will act as a 6th lord. Now Moon is the 11th lord, and it is a malefic because the ruler of the 11th house is malefic. Sun is the 12th lord, so it is a neutral and associative. When it conjoins with Mercury, it can become a benefic. When it conjoins with Venus also, it can become a benefic. When it conjoins with Mars, it can become a malefic. So for Virgo, good planets are Venus and Mercury, and to some extent Saturn. And Bad planets are Mars, Jupiter, and Moon. Sun is a neutral and associative. Venus is a Maraka because it rules the second house. So Venus Dasha, if it comes in later years, it can be a Maraka period, that is a death inflicting period. Mercury and Venus, when conjoined, can create Raja Yoga for these natives, like ninth Lord Venus and Lagna Lord Mercury is a good combination. Ninth Lord Venus and 10th Lord Mercury in 10th house can be very good. Even Sun and Mercury is a good combination for a Virgo native. And even Sun and Venus can be good. These are the house lords for Virgo ascendant. Only exception is Saturn is not fully benefic, and Jupiter is actually evil, and it is not a neutral planet but a evil planet, because Parashara terms it as evil for Virgo, and Jupiter is also a Badaka planet. For dual ascendants, the 7th lord is a Badaka. So if you are a Virgo ascendant, check your benefic and malefic planets and where they are placed. And I hope this video can be helpful for you, and I will catch you up with another video. Bye.